So I wanted to pause a little bit before I show you the summary report and we go to questions to hear from Dr. Morrier and Dr. Schwartz about, you know, some of the differences or some of the ways that they approach doing the tagging. So Dr. Morrier, do you have other thoughts to add or strategies that are different?
I mean, I think I do it mostly the same way that Dr. Rice does it. The thing I do differently is I actually don't look at the developmental history until after I've tagged all the videos. Because I don't want what's been reported in the developmental history to influence how I might see some of the behaviors that I'm seeing in the video. So I tend to tag all 4 videos first and then look at the history. And when I'm tagging it, I tend to use the tag search button more, where if you notice when Dr. Rice had the video on and she paused it, there was, when you go to the tags, there's a place that says search tags, I think. I just put in a first couple of letters of the behavior I'm looking for, and it pulls up all those tags that are related to that. So I can then pick from there instead of going up and down the list. The other kind of difference, probably, or not difference, but just with multiple behaviors is I'm very similar in that in the beginning, I'm going to tag sort of everything, but I have in my head, like once I've tagged it 5 times, I then stop. And then if it comes up kind of quarterly throughout the video, I kind of break the videos up into quarters. Every quarter, I then tag it again to know that it's something, again, that it's happening throughout and not just this one period. And I think those are kind of the biggest differences between the way we tag, even though they're kind of similar. It's looking at it differently. I think the biggest one, as I said, is when we view the developmental history, because I just don't want to be influenced. And I do those in our in-person assessments too, trying not to look at anything that's been sent in before, so that I'm getting the kid just clear and then looking at all those other behaviors that have been reported. I don't know if Dr. Schwartz does it differently, or since she's been trained by both of us, she's kind of a combination.
I would say I am a good combination. I'm a little bit of an over tagger. I tag everything, probably because I know someone else might be looking at it and I want to be as thorough as possible. It also helps me maintain the attention to the videos as you're watching, because a lot of times you think you're going to watch the same thing over and over again, and then something new does pop up at the end or halfway through that you hadn't seen or you weren't expecting. So I do tag everything. I also tag the positive behaviors, the typical behaviors, maybe more than others, because I also want to be able to, when I do feedback or do the summary, to be able to notice like the strengths. Like he is capable and he did do it. He's just not doing it as much as expected or across settings as we would hope or think he should for his age. I do use the tag search box as well. I think especially once you start getting to know the tags, it makes it very easy to search. Even as you're getting to know it, you know it's a social, you can put social and it narrows it down, or you know it's a verbal, you can narrow it down pretty easy. I also sometimes make notes in the tag details about what's going on if I think you know, that's notable to kind of differentiate that the tag was, you know, the repetitive behavior was specific to this. But that's it. I do look at the developmental history first, just kind of how I do the in-person as well. But that's pretty much the same.
And I should say with the tag details, I do put notes in there as well, especially for some of the behaviors related to the sensory things. So is it an aversion versus an attraction? Just because I do want to know the difference. And some of them is more notes for me for when I am giving feedback to the parent or talking treatment with the parent. I kind of know it's reminding me why I said this and what would be the best way to handle